What's up, guys? It's your boy Keep It Real MMA. Obviously, the card just happened last night, the Peña versus Nunes. So obviously, I'm gonna go through the card, my predictions. Just to let you guys know, I went 8-5 on the card, so I had 8 correct, 5 wrong, and yeah, we'll just get straight into it. So the first fight was Orion Koshke versus Mike Mathetha, Blood Diamond. Obviously, it's one of those where it's like what much can you do? Like, the reason I picked Blood Diamond is because Orion is a terrible fighter. He's terrible. He has shit cardio. He's not a great striker at all. He doesn't take shots the best. He's just a decent grappler. And I thought Mike Mathetha would be able to take advantage of that. I know Mike Mathetha has terrible grappling, but I thought that maybe he has decent kickboxing to back it up. Nope. Even given the full chance to use his kickboxing, he still couldn't get Orion out today. He still never really showed great skill. He's just an unorthodox striker, that's all he is. He's not great. So Orion Koshke got the job done by decision, 29-28, I believe it was. And yeah, so is what it is, right. Next fight up on the card was Nikolai Nomagarianu versus Ior Pretoria. I picked Nikolai to win by I can't remember. I think it was 30-27 decision, but he won by second round TKO. I gotta say though, EO has a hell of a chin on him. Pretoria has a hell of a chin on him, man. The shots he took without the mouthpiece in his mouth, that's crazy, man. But like at the end of the day though, Nikolai got the job done. I said he was gonna get the job done. I said decision, but he got it done by TKO. That's even better. And at the end of the day, if he's a rising contender on the rise, he's a contender on the rise. He got 4 wins in a row now. And against a tough guy that was 19-2 at the time. I know he was against mainly cans, but still, he was 19-2. He's now 19-3. Still a great record. Nikolai's 13-1 now. He's won 4 in a row. I think it's time for him to get that little bit of a step up, maybe like just outside the top 15, and then see how he does there and go from there. So yeah, he did a great job at pressuring EO. He didn't want to engage in the striking too much, but he was winning the striking battle because EO Pretoria was so worried about the takedown, and Nikolai just took advantage of it. So yeah, Nikolai Nomagarianu wins by second round TKO. Great performance by him. The next fight up on the card was Jocelyn Edwards versus Jeong Kim. I did pick Jeong Kim because I thought their boxing would get it done, but Jocelyn Edwards' kicks was too much and his size was too much. She missed weight and she used her size. It's the same as Orion, actually, because he missed weight and used it to take advantage of Blood Diamond on the ground, but I can't say that. But Jocelyn Edwards missed weight. She used her size, she used the kicks, and it was just a simple 29-28 decision. In my opinion, I give Jeong Kim the second round, and I give Jocelyn Edwards the first and third. Close fight, but Jeong Kim just didn't impress enough when she did have Jocelyn hurt, or when she stung her. She was too intimidated by the size, and it is what it is, The next fight up on the card was Michael Morales versus Adam Fujit. I said Michael Morales. I can't remember what I predicted on these cards. I'm not. I not on every fight anyway. What did I say? Michael Morales. I think I said Michael Morales by second or third round TKO, and he ended up getting in the third. Very early stoppage. Sorry about the Discord notifications on my PC. But yeah, great performance by Michael Morales, but he's not ready for that step up. That performance showed me that he's not ready for a top 15 guy. He's not ready for a top 15 guy, in my opinion. It was a great performance though. He's a great striker, but he just defensively he's not there. But he has a good chin though. But he leaves himself open. I think someone like Chaos Williams would knock him out cold. Someone like Michelle Pereira would take advantage of that. But he did a great job, but it was an early stoppage by the ref. I think it was Herb Dean in there. It was a very early stoppage, but it was a good shot that he landed, and it is what it is. There's not much you can say about it really. It was just a really good performance by Michael Morales, but he's just not ready for that step up. But yeah, so yeah, got the job done, third round TKO, even though it was an early stoppage. So on the prelims, the first fight of the prelims was Drakkar Klose versus Rafa Garcia. I went with Drakkar Klose winning by decision, and he did win by decision, 29-28 or 30-27. I thought it was 30-27 in my opinion. But I think you could give Rafa Garcia the second round, but I'll take a 29-28 then. But yeah, like I said, Drakkar Klose was that step above Rafa Garcia. It was the level above that Rafa Garcia wasn't ready for, I wouldn't be able to take, and I was right. He did. That's exactly what happened. Drakkar Klose pressed forward, he fought through the pain of the leg kicks, and he just kept going forward, kept landing decent shots, getting the best of the grappling exchanges, did what he needed to do to win. Drakkar Klose, 29-28. Okay, mate, that just fucked up. Mate. Sorry, it's not PC, it's a laptop. Shit. Anyway, The next fight on the card is a very disappointing one. It was Don'Tale Mayes versus Hamdi Abdelwahab. I picked Don'Tale Mayes. I just thought that he'd be able to get him hurt and get him out of there, and he did have Hamdi hurt. Exactly how I predicted. He was going to get him hurt in the first or second round, and he did. And he just couldn't get him out of there. You know, he's trying to throw stupid flying knees, stupid switch kicks that he can't do. He's too slow, and Hamdi took advantage of it. And that's Hamdi on short notice. Maybe Hamdi would be good on a full camp. I don't know, but they both look terrible, fat and slow. So, you know, that's heavyweights outside the top 15. Every heavyweight outside the top 15 is trash, let's be real. It is what it is. But Hamdi 6-0. Maybe he could get Jake Collier next to see where he's kind of at, maybe. Because Collier should have beaten Andrei Arlovsky. He got robbed. So maybe you do like Hamdi versus Jake Collier, see where Hamdi's at. But, you know, it was a good performance, man. You know, he used his wrestling when he needed to. He was good in the striking exchanges. Made Don'Tale Mayes second guess himself in the striking. And yeah, so Hamdi Abdelwahab gets the decision. I think it was 29-28. Well, in my opinion, it was 29-28. Fuck what the judges were doing. I hate the Texas judges, bro. This shit. Great place, great state in America, but terrible judges, man. Terrible judges. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go off how I scored it. Anyway, so next fight on the card was Drew Dober versus Rafael Alves. I picked Drew Dober by, I can't remember what I picked him by, but he had the third round TKO. I gave Rafael Alves the first round. His grappling made the difference, really. It kind of secured him the round. But it's not just that, man. He was really outstriking Drew Dober on the feet. He was landing the cleaner shots, so I would have given him a round anyway. It's a damage-based sport, which the fighters and other people don't know for some reason. They don't understand. It doesn't comprehend in their brain for some reason. They can't score a fucking fight for some reason. Nobody can. But it's a damage-based sport, so Rafael Alves takes the first round. Drew Dober definitely took the second round. He landed the more cleaner shots like Alves did in the first round. You know, he landed the cleaner shots. He was able to get the better of the grappling exchanges, and he was just doing really well. And then third round came around. It was a very, very close third round, and then Drew Dober lands beautiful shots to the body, and it's like a 1-2 to the body, and then he lands a massive hook straight into the ribs, liver area, and it just drops Alves straight away, goes straight down, and Drew Dober gets the decision, gets the TKO. It was a great performance by Drew Dober, man. It was a really great performance, and yeah, another one, right? So, next fight on the card was Alex Morono versus Matthew Semmelsberger. This was one I had wrong. I picked Matthew Semmelsberger by third round KO, and Alex Morono ends up getting it done by decision. Matthew Semmelsberger almost got it done by third round KO. He dropped Alex Morono in the third round. But, you know, he had one eye. He couldn't really see. You know, he couldn't do a Michael Bisping, so it's one of those. Alex Morono had a very good fight, man, keeping him at this range with jabs, and Matthew Semmelsberger didn't really know what to do. I think he'll bounce back, but it was a good win by Alex Morono. I think if the UFC wants to push somebody to beat him, maybe put him against Ian Gary, maybe, or Chaos Williams. Have they fought before? I have a feeling they fought. No, they haven't fought before. Hold on. Chaos Williams. There's no way. Hold on. Let me just check just in case. Because I don't want to look stupid. You know, I actually do my research with it. You know, unlike these MMA journalists, I do my research. Has he actually fought? Oh, he's already fought Alex Morono. Yeah, see, I had a feeling when I thought about it. I was like, he's fought Alex Morono. I swear he has, and he has. Yeah. So no, not Chaos Williams. Put him against either Miguel Baeza or either Miguel Baeza or put him against Ian Gary, and then after Ian Gary wins, because he'd definitely beat Alex Morono. Well, logically, hopefully, but it's MMA. It's never logically, but. And then jump Ian Gary up to the top 15. I feel bad for Alex Morono. He has a great record, though. 22-7. He's a great fighter. Sorry, that was my headset. Right. Right. Then we go on to the main card. The main card was Magomed Ankalaev versus Anthony Smith. It was a very frustrating fight to watch. I really don't understand what Smith was trying to do. Anyway, I don't know what that was about. But yeah, basically, it was a song, by the way. So basically, you know what? I'm gonna keep that in there. That's funny as fuck. But yeah, I don't know what Anthony Smith's game plan really was. Like, it just seems like he kind of winged it against Magomed, because it was like it's like as if he accepted defeat, but he could have easily beaten him. Like, not easily, but he could have beaten him. I'd still picked Magomed Ankalaev. I still picked him because obviously I was gonna pick him, and he's just the better fighter in my opinion. But I thought that Anthony Smith definitely had more than a chance. Like, but there's the way he fought was weird. But then he said he broke his ankle. I don't know. I don't know how he did it. Maybe the YouTube, the MMA doctor guy. Well, not just MMA, but the athlete doctor guy. Maybe he'll break it down on his channel. Maybe I'll give her a watch if he does. I don't know what happened. How he broke it. Something to do with his ankle or his shin bone, titanium shin bone, yeah, something like that. I don't know. Did something to his leg, something to his ankle. I really don't know. But yeah, speedy recovery if that's the case, man. And good win by Magomed, man. He just showed patience, showed great striking, and just did the ground pound right, and the ref stopped it. Great job. Next fight on the card was Alexandra Pantoja versus Alex Perez. This was performance of the night in my opinion. 50 Gs for Alexander Pantoja. 25-5, great record. Honestly, great job. First round submission by him. I think I said second or third round submission or something like that. But yeah, Pantoja really just put the pace on Perez as soon as the fight starts. Rushing in, throwing strikes straight away, but keeping himself protected and just landing. Takes the back instantly and jumps on and neck cranks him until Perez taps, man. Beautiful performance by Pantoja, man. I think Pantoja was just frustrated with the fact that he's never getting a title shot and he's overlooked. Like, think about it this way, sorry guys, fucking hell. It was kind of like Brandon Moreno and Davison Figueiredo show for like 2 years. The show, like, for 2 years. Like, they were just fighting for 2 years. So, like, Pantoja was probably fed up with beating contenders and not getting a title shot, so he was just like, fuck you, I'm gonna do something drastic and get my title shot. And he just rushed in, started beating up on Perez, took his back while standing, got the neck crank, made Perez tap. That's how you get a title shot in my opinion. I think he doesn't need to fight any contenders anymore. I think he is the rightful #1 contender after Moreno and Figgy fight, which I believe Figgy will win, so it'll be Pantoja versus Figgy 2. But Pantoja's already beaten Moreno twice, so interesting division. He's also beaten Kai Kara France too. So it's an interesting division. The next fight on the card, Derek Lewis and Sergey Pavlovich. I can see the people saying it was an early stoppage, but don't pretend like he wasn't getting his ass beat by a Russian. Like, he was getting his ass beat by Sergey. He was. You can't, there's no denying it. There's no saying, oh, no, this and that. He was getting his ass beat in that first 50 seconds before he got TKO'd in like 55 seconds, 5 seconds later. He face planted face first into the canvas, and the ref conveniently stopped it as he was standing up. So yes, I do think it was a very early stoppage, but at the same time, I understand why he stopped it, because Derek Lewis literally face planted into the canvas. Every time Derek Lewis has ever been finished, go look at his fucking fights, every time he's been finished, he always, in some sort of way, falls forward into the canvas face first. So I completely understand why the ref stopped that fight. Great performance by Sergey, man. Top 5 now, and yeah. Don't know who he's going to get next, but yeah, awkward division at the moment, but it was a great performance, man. He really went out there and did this thing. So yeah. Next fight on the card was Brandon Moreno versus Kai Kara France. I predicted Brandon Moreno to get a 49-48 3-2 decision, but he ends up getting it done by third round TKO. There's no argument, you degenerates. There's no argument. Moreno clearly won the first 2 rounds. One judge gave it Kai Kara France 2-0, and the other one gave it 1-1. Some people say, no, I can see how you can give this, the second round to Kai Kara. No. Moreno clearly won the first 2 rounds. Clearly. There's no debate. He clearly won the first 2 rounds. And Kai Kara France was definitely winning the third. A very strong 10-9 at that. He was picking Moreno apart. But if you notice, towards the end of the third, Moreno was actually starting to get his rhythm back, starting to get his timing back, and he was actually doing very well. So it was going to turn to a weak 10-9 for Kai Kara France, but he was still taking over the third round. But Moreno just runs in, fakes it. I think he like fakes like a kind of shot over the top and then low, and then he boom, switch kick straight to the liver, drops Kai Kara France, shuts his body off, man. He goes down, and Moreno just follows up with ground and pound until the ref's forced to stop the fight. Great performance by Brandon Moreno. It very much pisses me off that we have to see him versus Figgy again, but I think Figgy's going to win that fight. But, you know, it's a great performance by Brandon Moreno, man. He's a lovable character, bro. We all love Brandon Moreno, so yeah, it was a great fight, man. Great fight, great performance, man, and that's his second win over Kai Kara France. Right, guys, the last fight on the card is Juliana Peña versus Amanda Nunes. I picked Juliana Peña, and Nunes got the job done by decision. Very dominant, dropped Peña 3 times in the second round. Juliana Peña gave herself plenty of chances though with submissions, but you know, this is the top of the. This is apparently the best of the best in the bantamweight division. Unfortunately, fucking just trash. They trained for decades, and they can't even throw a punch. They've punched like cavemen. It's crazy, man. But you know, it's women's MMA feel. It is what it is. But yeah, you know, it's all good. But yeah, Amanda Nunes gets the job done dominantly. So yeah, guys, make sure to like and subscribe to show your support for the content. Thank you very much. My TikTok is keepitrealedits. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thank you very much. Peace.